Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches a todos. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. So, we had a great 3-day weekend. I didn't really do much except for yesterday. I had a chance to visit a friend of mine's that came from Plano. So, we had a good time. We left some jokes. We had a good time. And that was pretty much it. It was a really nice way to wrap up the weekend. And tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday after that, Friday afterwards, and then we have ourselves another weekend to relax. So I got something interesting. Now I mentioned that I was going to do something cool, and for some reason I forgot. Oh no, I didn't forget. So alright, so last week one of the packages was the Stalking Raptor from Jurassic Park 3, and as you can see, this is a really big one. It's a really bulky one and heavy. I kid you not, this is a really heavy action figure. Now someone asked me how much it cost, and I said, well, I got this in a good deal from a vendor from eBay, selling it, two of them for $17, which was a good deal. Now, if you're planning to buy it in its package version with the whistle included, you are asking for a lot of trouble because it will get expensive. And I mean, if you're looking for a number, if you're guessing a number between, say, 1 to bajillion, it's basically going to be about 100 to 150. I've seen one that's almost $250 just for this dinosaur with its package and its whistle. Now, the only good thing about the whistle, its shape up, is simply a mini resonating chamber from Jurassic Park 3, the one that they kind of used 3D printer on it. Hey Google, set to 2. And it's really cool. It's fancy. It's a whistle, but I mean, I'll tell you this: you could whistle with your lips, or you use any type of whistling device to activate the sound. But we're going to show you what to do here, and it's not that difficult at all. All you need is some small tools, which I should have them around here because I was doing some cleanup. So what you really need here is simply the following. You need a small tech set of screwdrivers, about these ones. Usually we use to unscrew computers and any small electronic devices. I would not recommend using a power drill. No. Even though it makes it a lot easier, I would not recommend it because it would possibly worn out the screw, and that's something you don't want to do. So it's going to be something simple. Like I said, it's not that hard. It's really easy. So before you do that, make sure you have the switch off right here. It's going to be on your right side. And let's do it. Okay, so it's going to be a Phillips head, so we're going to go ahead and go for perhaps one that's about medium size, and we're simply going to unscrew right here. There's going to be one here right there on the belly, well, more of the hip, And that's pretty much it. All you gotta do is just remove that one and just unscrew it like so. Okay, so you can see this is slowly being lifted, and we're gonna, okay, hold on a sec. Okay, hold on a sec, give me a minute. Okay, as you can see right here, we're going to slowly lift it. Now there's going to be a tab right here. So once, you don't want to yank it off completely, you want to just lift and slowly slide out. Okay, so now right here in the compartment, they're asking for AA batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these AA batteries that I got from, what do you call it, from Harbor Freight. Okay. And we're going to put the compartment back on. And we're going to give it a little screw. Okay, it should be in there. Okay, it's all well popped. Now right here is going to be the switch. And it's on. This is really cool. Now, it even hears picks up sounds. Usually it's the whistle, but no, this one's actually quite active. Now, the only thing about this, the only problem about this, in my opinion, is that it doesn't really balance well. How should I put this? Let me give you a little sample. Wish I had I got something. Now, right here, let me go ahead and rotate this a little. Yeah, I'm still cleaning up, so do not get upset. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it like so. Now, this is my other battery, battery operated Raptor. Okay. Okay, enough of that. So we're gonna give it into a nice flat surface like so, and we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Okay, looks like this one does the I mean, it works, but it's a bit clumsy. Now, I can't really... It's basically a drunk dinosaur. So, yeah, no matter how hard I I mean, I think the easiest way to hold it is by the back of the tail, and you just just guide it through. Because if you leave it like that, it'll either backpedal or it's just gonna fall off. So, I mean, it's alright to have fun, but I wouldn't. I mean, it's an okay toy. Like I said, I didn't know about this figurine until YouTuber and cosplayer Laura Legends told me about this. So, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that, and yeah, I enjoy it. But I think it's gonna be more of an ornament as opposed to simply to be playing around. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you install the batteries into the Raptor, the Stalking Velociraptor. Maybe this week I'll get a chance to assemble the Indominus Rex in its colossal version. I've wanted to do it for about a week or two, but the thing is that I'm going to be doing some rearranging. Well, not really rearranging. I'm going to be putting more shelves. The thing is that right now there's going to be a much larger collection of dinosaurs. So I'm going to try to put them here and there, but thing is that I do have one small room, so I could only put so much into it, and I forgot to go to my well, I went to my storage unit today, but it was just unbearably hot. It was super warm. It was like maybe about 102 degrees. I couldn't stand it. It was just unbearable. I could not stand going there. I just dropped what I needed to drop, and that was it. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't deal with it. So tomorrow, I mean not tomorrow, maybe once it gets a lot cooler, the weather, I could definitely go ahead and bring out some other figurines that I have. I believe it's from the Jurassic Park 3. I bought a lot of stuff from Jurassic Park 3 because at that time I was already working, and that was the last movie that came out after high school, because the first two I was obviously in elementary and middle school, and there was no such thing as allowance at that time. So all the kids had a chance to play with them toys, and I was like, I could make believe this is a dinosaur. So, what can I do? What? You just move on, right? And now I have a job, a stable job. They pay me well, and now I got a chance to catch up from what I left, what I couldn't get from before, and now it's getting there. Now I'm like, oh my god, what do I do now? I got so much space. I got not enough space. Now if I had my own place, it could have been much different. I probably would have the entire living room just all Jurassic inspired, and the diner would probably be more Assassin's Creed, if I'm correct, if not Resident Evil, and then my bedroom would be more Metal Gear. So I don't know. I mean, it's getting to that part that I'm having thoughts of moving out, but I don't know. I think part of me says, just wait for one more year, just wait it out, just try to cut down as much as you can possible before you're having plans to leave. And my roommates, they told me, like, Josh, if you could clear out your debt and have at least $5,000 in your bank account, I mean, you could move out with these. And it's not a bad idea. At that time when I moved out, I just recently got a new job. I was getting paid like maybe $10 an hour. It was just simply I moved out of impulse as opposed to being planned. I was just thinking of moving out at March of 2012, but at that time my dad and I we were just walking on eggshells. It was just unbearable. And one day he said something he wasn't supposed to say, and I just said I can't do it. I'm done. I'm done with this, and moved out and haven't moved back since. So yeah, I mean I did pretty good for 5 years, but it's just simply the frustrations of when you work and then you're promised that certain things would happen if you go into work, you put your effort, you try your best, but guess not. It doesn't work that way. Promises aren't exactly, it's not how it used to be back then. That's something that could be kept. Is hey, I'm gonna promise you that you're gonna get this, get this. You're gonna be moving up, but I felt like I was walking on cement, and I was just slowly getting stuck, and it was a very, very, very frustrating experience. I think it was in 2013 till 16. It was just one very, very, very frustrating. Well, I wouldn't say it was 2013. I mean, part of it was 2013, but I think a major one was in 2015. Is when I was just struggling. Like, they told me, oh, you're gonna get a raise. You're gonna get a good raise. I'm like, okay, just give me that good raise that you say, and that never happened. So I got myself a crappy raise. I got a quarter raise, which was mediocre, and it didn't motivate me enough to stick around. And I thought like, hey, maybe I give them, I'm gonna give them another chance, see if they could do it right. They never did give me the other half of that raise, so I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling it, and wanted to start hiring people who have very little experience, very little to no experience, and they were going to pay them $12 an hour, and I was getting paid $10.75 for being a driver, for having a valid driver's license, all that, and yet I was getting underpaid compared to the newbies who were asking $17 or $18 just to be a driver. So I just said, I can't do this anymore, and I'm throwing the towel. I'm putting my 2 weeks notice. I'm gone. And I was working for a cell phone company, and I had a good time there. I had fun, but once again, there's no potential growth. There was no way of getting up. I was basically frozen of pay, and so basically from 2015 through basically the end of 2017, I not really the end of 2017, but somewhere around mid 2017, I didn't get an extra cent. That was it. I only got $11, and I stood there for a year. I didn't get anything extra, and they let me go. So now I'm making a lot more money, and I don't know. There's some potential growth going around here and there. So we'll just see what happens. So that's it. Like I said, that's pretty much it. Sorry for the extra lengthy conversation, but sometimes things happen, and when you want to get certain items, you want to go to certain places, and it costs money, and then you're like, well, do I have enough money for all this stuff? So yeah, I mean, slowly but surely, it's getting there. I mean, I'm not going to be spending $500 for an action figure that I could buy for like maybe $20 or $50. if it's, and it's open condition. Like I said, I'm not planning to get rid of any of these anytime soon, unless if by chance if something like that costs like about $80,000 or $90,000, then I'd be like, well, I hate to see that go, but that's a house payment right there. So we shall see how it goes in the future. And now, yeah, it does feel like sometimes like the 40-year-old version, how the guy just collects action figures here and there, and he's fucking rich about all that stuff that he stored. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of these ones anytime soon. So, like I said, unless if each one costs like $80,000 or $90,000, then I'll be like, it'll hurt. But it's like, hey, that's a car payment right there. That's a house payment right there. Goodbye Amazon with those 5. So yeah, I don't know, just being silly. It's almost time for me to wrap it up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe this weekend, like I said, we'll do a little assembling of the Indominus Rex and its colossal version, and just stop by and give it a follow, and we'll see you guys next time. Night.